Thank you for being here today. My name is Nygil Likely. I serve as the Vice President for People, Culture, and Equity here at GRCC, and it is my distinct pleasure to welcome you here as we set aside this time today to honor our veterans. And what a privilege it is and an honor to be able to set aside time to honor those who have served our country to protect our freedoms that we enjoy and to allow us to live in a country that enjoys so many freedoms. And when we think about this day and we think about the importance of this day and honoring those who have served, those who have fought, those who have given their life to protect our precious freedoms, it's incumbent upon us to remember that those freedoms came at a price for people. And the way we honor them and the way that we pay homage to them on this day and all the days that precede this day is by living out these freedoms in a way that brings us together as people, brings us together around commonalities. Not so much looking at those things that separate us, but these freedoms that we have and enjoy should be lived out in a way that brings us together as a community. And so one of the ways that I always think about how to honor those who have served and honor those in the way that I live and the way that I operate is by making sure that I live every day fighting to protect and to safeguard those freedoms that they fought so hard to protect for us. And so in your work and in your walk and in your life, try to find ways in which you can protect those freedoms and find ways in which you can be an ally for somebody to help protect and shield their freedoms as well. Because that's the way we honor our veterans for the many sacrifices that they've made, that their families have made by the sending them off to war and sending them off to serve in whatever capacity they served. And so it is my hope and desire to leave with you today that the call to action for us really as a community, as a campus community, is to work very hard to fight to preserve our freedoms, because that's the most precious gift that we have is those freedoms that they fought so hard to protect. So use your influence, use your networks to protect those freedoms, to fight to help somebody preserve their own personal freedoms and live in a way that allows people to find dignity and respect in the freedoms that they choose to enjoy. Because we as a community have to be about exercising this ideal of bringing us together around these common freedoms that we enjoy. And so one thing we can do as a campus community is to be committed to protecting and preserving freedoms and to fighting and championing causes that further those freedoms for all people, further those freedoms for the marginalized and those who have been left to the side as it relates to some of those freedoms. Because when you think about all of our veterans who fought, they came from many walks of life, many backgrounds, but they fought side by side because they believed in the power of protecting our freedoms. They believed in a country that should be free to make its own choices and make its own decisions around the freedoms they choose to enjoy. And so we should be about committing to that fight too, helping to protect one another's freedoms, locking arm in arm and being committed to this ideal of protecting everyone's freedom and everyone's right to choose the freedoms that they choose to enjoy in this country. So let's take a moment of silence for those POWs, those that are missing in action, and those who have fallen in wars and who have served so faithfully. Join me in a moment of silence. Thank you very much. I'll leave you with this thought. Remember, this is a day that's set aside, but we have every day to champion the ideal of protecting freedoms. Choose every day to serve and to protect freedoms. Thank you very much.